couple of months ago, our friend group decided that for Halloween, assuming COVID allowed us to, that we wanted to do a friend cabin trip of sorts. At some point over the last several weeks, somebody decided, oh, at this little Halloween cabin weekend shindig, we should do a costume party. I can't just like go to the store and buy a costume. It just like doesn't feel good. So despite everything else that I currently have going on in my life, I decided that I was going to make Tanner's and my Halloween costumes from scratch. I ended up buying these sewing patterns. We did go to Joann Fabrics and we got several types of fabric for several different purposes, all of which will help me to create our Greg and Wirt costumes. The pattern for Wirt's cloak that I'm using recommended using medium to heavy weight fabrics. I don't know what that really means, so I picked one that literally just physically felt heavy for the outside and inside. We got some red felt for the hat. Couldn't find an exact color match, so I ended up getting this kind of like light minty green fabric of some sort, an approximately matching zipper, and a matching thread. I also did buy, for Wirt's costume, 6 gold buttons. Greg's costume, it requires 4 black buttons. The pattern I also got requires a button on the back to secure it. I was like, oh shoot, I can't have 5 black buttons, so I found these. That's the tee. The other thing I got that I just like, I know vaguely what this is used for, but I don't actually know what it's supposed to be used for. Interfacing. So both the dress and the cloak require interfacing. I think it just kind of helps it to hold its shape a little bit better. The only place I can think it would fit with Tanner's cloak would be it has like a bit of a collar, but for the dress I'm like maybe the like bodice area. I honestly don't know. I'm flying by the seat of my pants, and it's literally, what's today? I think it's the 17th, October 17th. So I have 2 weeks. 2 weeks until Halloween. I work full time. Why am I doing this to myself? I got this antique teapot for about 20 bucks at a antique shop. I used a smattering of paper clips yesterday, and it's actually like pretty sturdy. Yeah, the inside looks absolutely ridiculous on the inside, but that's okay because nobody's gonna see it. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna. How would they know? How would they know? that the cloak is all, like, the pieces are sewn together, at least for like the main part, and it's been turned right side out, which is so exciting. I'm so relieved that it went well. But now that that is done, I need to stitch together the 2 layers up here. Originally, the pattern only had 1 layer of fabric, so we gotta make it like there's actually just 1 layer of fabric across the neckline.
Did I take off the Friday before Halloween specifically so that I can finish my costume? Yes, I did.
So I left off working on the dress at like 1 in the morning. I am so mad at myself. I was like, oh, I'm totally gonna have time. But then like I couldn't because we hadn't gone over to get fabric, because I didn't have, I hadn't gotten the patterns in the mail yet. So instead of ordering it online, I should have just like gone and bought it at a local store. But we're doing it. I am presently planning to completely ignore some of the directions on here. I don't understand why the directions are telling me to like pin and tuck and sew and stitch and then unpin and untuck and unsew things. So I'm just gonna not do that. And we're just gonna see how it goes. I don't know what I'm doing. This is such a cluster. But I just keep telling myself like a mantra, I'm like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect.